Welcome to Storytails, where love for pets meets the pursuit of dreams. I'm Penny.
I'm Rae.
Here, we will be unleashing our passion for pets and share our thoughts and experiences as we journey through our lives as pet and business owners.
Today we will be chatting with Niko, our product manager, and we will be discussing how to work across from the world.
Alrighty, let's dive in and make some positive waves. Hi!
Hi Penny, we have another guest here today.
And yes, hi Niko!
Hi, Penny and Rae.
Hey Niko, let's introduce yourself to everyone.
I'm Niko, and I'm here in Taiwan, and I'm joining the OmniPet Club like 1 year ago. Yeah, so now we are the worldwide team right now.
Yeah, so we've had Niko for a year, as she said, and she is our product manager. She helps us with our product design, research, testing, all of it. And yeah, we are really lucky to have her.
Yeah, and she is also one of the reasons that Storytel exists.
Yes, she is also someone who helps us make this happen. So do appreciate her. And today we want to talk more about how it's like to work with someone overseas.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about so many things like time differences
Yes.
and how to manage and balance all that. And so this is more really Rae and Niko, because I always defer to Rae here to work with Niko. And then I would, from time to time, join in to get a checkup, temperature check on how things are going. So yeah, feel free to start asking Niko your questions.
Yeah, so Niko, how's your experience with us in these past years?
Actually, it's my first time to work somebody working in the other country. So the first time, thing we take the few months to test about the meeting time to make my life the arrangement. So before I set it down, it's kind of like I have to work because we have like a time difference. So I have to wake up earlier than before. And after sitting down and we have every week of meeting, I think it's become better after that.
Yes, I do appreciate Nico's waking up early to meet with me when we were doing as she said, right, looking for the right time. I was so bad. I sometimes forget oh my God, it's 7 a.m. I need to meet with Niko because I was trying to do early morning and then she can meet me with late night.
Yeah.
It did not work out for us. She will be calling me and say, Rae, are you awake? And then an hour later, I think you are probably still sleeping. I'm just gonna go. Bye.
Well, I mean, it's good that I feel like having a good communication with your team member when you are working across the country from each other. I think it's okay to, there should be like timing balance and all, but with international work, it's like you have to find ways to tell each other, hey, I'm busy, or hey, I can't, or hey, like let's do it at this time, and be flexible, right?
Yes.
Because if you're not flexible, it's really hard to get in touch with someone to help you. And so I remember like we were traveling in Europe, and it was like around 11 p.m. In Barcelona. So, and then what time was it for you then, Niko?
I think it was the midnight.
It was midnight for you too?
Maybe 1 or 2.
Is it? I thought it's your afternoon too, right?
I think it might have been your, because like it was, I remember it was almost
I mean the Europe, the packing red time?
Yeah, it was Barcelona.
Oh, I think it's my working time. Oh, by the way, this is kind of a slash job. So I have my daily job. So I have to manage my daily job and move out everything time else. I'm missing any job else, and then talk my boss that I will miss out for 1 hour and call it to you.
Oh, well, we appreciate that.
Yeah, I know.
I think for us, it's nice that like we get evening meetings. It's because like if we do our work with someone who's international like yourself, evening meetings, at least it's not like a weird time for you guys.
It will be morning for them in Asia country.
Yeah.
But I think it's not a bad thing for me because I also reschedule my routine. So I think I've become more healthier than usual.
Oh, wow. So we've made you more healthy.
The sleeping earlier and wake up earlier, so it's also have the benefit for it.
I transformed Niko into a morning person.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. That, like now you have a better lifestyle Time management.
Yeah, because you have to wake up like around 6:30 to meet with me at 7. I was trying to do that, but I was so bad. I tried, Niko. I'm sorry. I'm just not a morning person. Even my baby tried to transform me into a morning person. I can't.
My full-time job, a lot of people are in the East Coast, so they try to get me to be on meetings at like 7.
Oh.
Well, 7 is already really early for me. Anything earlier than that, I'm like, I'll try, but I'll probably be half asleep.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, that's cool that it works out.
Mm-hmm. And I think another thing is that, finish due diligence, async is also very critical for us to work remotely and out of city, right?
Yeah, it trains you to be more responsible, right? Niko, like if Rae meets with you and then say, hey, these are what we need. And then when we touch back with you next week, give us an update, right? So that, like, do you think that teaches you a little bit more like self-discipline, things like that?
I think that clearly set down what we need to do in this week or before next meeting is very helpful for us. Yeah, because on the every week meeting, we will at the end we might say, at the next week we need finish what kind of, or by some date estimate day time we have to finish what kind of project and which one priority is first. Since we don't have too many people in our team, so like we have to like lots of communicate and rearrange the priority and what kind of a task doing first.
Yeah, especially when Niko is also wearing multiple hat for us. Like she is our product manager at the same time, also our planner for the Storytails.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, like Niko, can you kind of like explain like us starting this podcast, like how much work it is?
Yes, like, and Bagel is joining us.
Oh, we have another guest here.
Hi, Bagel.
Yeah, there's a cat behind Rae and I.
About the Storytales podcast, I think it's like we have preparation part because before I started from I think Rae already did a lot of the effort, and she did a lot of research for how to preparing. So she make up the like online before I take of it, and like maybe around 10 steps. So I just follow the steps first and doing some research, looking for a platform and what kind of software and intro music or what kind of like anything else, and select the topic and decide the frequency we might be and launch each episode. But during the decision, I think I really appreciate two of you. Like you guys are very open minded to discussion, and also I think the Penny said the flexible is very important. Yeah, so between this, like we decide how we started the story tales and what kind of topic we might choose. I think it's based on the communication we have, like doing a lot and the trust to each other.
Yeah, I know. I can imagine we are already filming like episode 18.
Yeah. I feel like having a direction is very important. Like as Niko said, like having things planned out. I mean, it doesn't have to be 100% planned out, but we have a good direction where we're going. Eventually we'll have more ideas, more things coming in and flowing. And that's what makes the teamwork work, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you two really try hard for recording.
Oh, no.
Because before we upload episode 1, I think you try my 2 or 3 or maybe 4 over even more.
Yeah, we did some test runs because Rae and I were like, oh man, this is out of our comfort zone.
Especially me, I hate public speaking.
Yeah. I think it's the best thing I had ever joined.
And it's always good to have an audience too, to give you critiques. Like Niko, you were our person who like listened into us as we tried to practice, and it was bad.
And Niko also have a secret role for me.
Huh?
She has been my therapy because every time we finish record, I would text her like, dang, I didn't like my voice. I don't like hold myself.
All your insecurities are coming out.
And she was like, no, I haven't heard of anything yet, but I think it would be fine.
Yeah.
So Niko has been very,
yeah.
encouragement.
Yeah.
A cheerleader for me.
Well, you better not be disturbing her sleep with those.
It's her morning, so I'm probably disturbing her breakfast time.
No, she's more like, yeah, I gotta jumpstart my day now with Ray's complaints about her voice on the podcast. Can we all agree we like Ray's voice on the podcast?
Rae didn't listen to her first 10 or 11 podcasts she ever heard. She started to listen to the podcast recently.
Yeah, I told her that I decided to binge our podcast, and I did.
Do you feel better about your voice now?
No, I still hate it.
Oh, well, we can all agree that we all like Ray's voice here. So let's comment, leave some feedback and give her encouragement how we all love her voice, okay? But overall, Nika, how do you feel like being a part of a startup? It's hard, but at the same time, I feel like it's rewarding. So I wanted to know, what are your thoughts on being a part of a startup?
It's kind of excited.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Startup always difficult, but I'm interesting because Omni Pet Club. The curious thing is Omni Club is talking about the lifestyle, external mature or the pet life. But actually, I don't have pet. By my view, it's I'm very curious. A lot of my friends have pets, but I don't because allergic problems. So I did not have the chance. But I do I enjoy the people talking about what is my cat in my life or what my interesting things when I walking my dog. And if my family have one pet or multi pets, they do tell me a lot of different stories. So when talking about a pet, I think it's pet is also people's family too, right? I think you know that feeling, but for me, it may not such a strong like you do. But I'm very I like to hear the stories and curious what had happened.
Mm-hmm.
So before I joined the OmniPlay Club, I'm also worried about this part. I told Rae, I like to help, but I'm not sure I can understanding or I know what kind of the problem or issue that pet owner might suffer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because on the website or on the Instagram Storytails or the Facebook, social media always show up the happiness part, but it's very hard to see the a daily suffer or what the illness or the real problem for the pet owner life.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I'm editing or listen to the Storytales, it's I know more knowledge. So for me, it's time management might need to do a lot of effort and doing research needs some time. But for the topic, it's interesting. So I feel it's motivate me to enjoying the startup time.
That's good. Yeah, it's you're worried about, not having pets, but being able to oh, sorry. Bagel's biting the batteries. Okay, he stopped. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah, this is what happens.
Nature of having pets, right? Afraid of something happens. But he's good now. I think what you're saying is amazing because I think that's the point of our platform is to educate people who don't understand pets, and maybe, who knows, you will become interested in pets later on, or someone who has a pet and you can relate, how to respond to it, even if you don't have your own pet, right? We're in a world that will always have animals.
Mm-hmm.
We coexist with them.
Yes.
It would be sad if, they ever extinct and we don't want that, right? But it's knowledge for everyone, not just the people who have pets. So
yes, I think another thing is that I learned from this experience working with people around the world. I mean, I already have this kind of experience before because my daily job, but meeting with people weekly is a whole lot difference.
mm-hmm.
I think I'm better with my time management because, like I said, right, looking for a right time from two different places is hard enough, and it's be really bad if you miss meetings.
Yeah, all of us are people who have full-time jobs
Yes.
and at the same time running a startup on the side as part of our passion and just something we want to do to give back. And I think it makes us all know how
Yes.
to, manage time, figure out how to work things around, because everything is important that we all want to do, and we all have only so much time.
And another thing is that I think I am better with prioritize things because there's so much we want to do for our company.
That's true, yeah.
But then you can do everything.
Yeah.
Especially like Niko said earlier, right? We don't have a big team right now. Right now, everyone is wearing multiple hats. So we have to pick and choose which one is the most urgent task we need to attend.
Yeah, like we have so many things we want to do for OPC, but then we have people like Rae, Niko holding me in check. That Penny, there's a lot you want to do, but we only have so much manpower.
Yes, Penny here is not just our CEO; she's also our designers. So all our design is created by her.
Yeah, and like we have so many ideas that we work together on, and so being able to time manage, budget, all of it all comes into play. It's not as simple as, let's just make something and get it developed and printed or sewed. There's a lot of planning, right, Niko?
Yeah.
What do you enjoy most about working remotely?
Or working with us.
Or working with us even, yeah.
Many working with me.
I think it's more interesting in working with you two, not just like remotely.
Well, I mean, we kind of all become friends too, right? Like we can like chat and laugh too, and
Penny has been joining our weekly meeting lately.
Yeah,
yes,
I enjoy a lot like what I'm here about the lifestyle and so Penny is not also doing that. Penny is also our execute some reality activity, going to the market and sales and very enjoying about the feedback.
It's also our PR person.
Yeah, we all got to wear multiple hats if we want to get our name out there. So
yes,
yeah. And like Penny, you are the very energetic person that you always feel full of energy. So
thank you.
Yeah, the positive power is make me feel like working with you too is it's a happy thing, and you don't okay, let's do it. And there's no, if we met some problem or barrier, we'll just try, and we will not talk to we're not quick so earlier. Yeah, and we are always looking for the direction or way to think finding for a resource, even like we don't have the skills. I think it's all of us we all like to learn, I think. Because we are multitasking, just as you do say, but a lot of things is not what we know what to do, like before recording, editing, or design, or how to check out the product, or price marketing, or price design. Everything is the first time for us.
Yeah, also we drag Niko to join podcasts with us. That's also out of her comfort zone.
Yeah, and I never think that I will do the podcast before I joined the OmniPet Club. Yeah, wow, it's a brand new for me.
And you also do it in English too?
Yeah, when I talk to my daily college and I'm doing for a podcast. Oh, which one? But it's in English. Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What?
Like international and being able to speak English in an English podcast.
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna listen to your episode?
I'm not sure. I will post them.
No, it's awesome that you're able to do that.
Yeah. When people speak, they have the different tone when we are speaking different language. Yeah, so they might hear the podcast and say, "Is that your voice?" I don't think so. Is it real you? Oh no, it's a different Niko. It's a totally different from who you know. They might have this kind of mindsetting.
Interesting. Yeah, I noticed that. Like when I speak Cantonese versus English, it's totally different in like tone and attitude. Like,
Yeah. Well, I may be shocked different, even by the topic, but also by the tone or the speaking way. Yeah.
that's really cool though. Like being able to like do something out there. Maybe I should try to speak to you guys in like I don't know, but no one can speak
Mandarin
Cantonese.
Chinese.
I'll have to try to learn Mandarin. I'm joking. No, there's no way.
Also, we may try one episode like recording in Mandarin Chinese.
That'd be funny. Like I can understand you guys, but I don't know if you guys can understand my Cantonese.
No, I was gonna say the easiest way to learn a new language is to get into a relationship with the foreigners.
No, that makes sense. Or live in that country for a few years. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Maybe you guys can host a international Taiwanese like episode for us one day.
So I guess another question that I would like to ask is there anything you would like to change in our work environments, and how do you think we can improve?
I think we are doing recently. We are rescheduling our like a flow of each storytells we have. For what we do when we are preparation for a storytell, we start up like we're setting up a flow. So for example, we have the 14th episode, so now we are preparing for 15, right? So we have to decide the flow, like a time, outline, recording, and like record editing, and what is the next. They have divided the multiple steps. And then recently we are trying to change. Before we used to editing the reels before maybe just before the what we upload, but now we are doing some marketing change, so we have to rearrangement the time manage about the steps we're doing. I think it's like now we do is like we are talking to like recently we have the meeting with Penny, so we have like discussed more about what can we improve about sharing or to publish or the promote our storytells by the marketing side. So also we are trying to do some steps reschedule and changing the form to help us about what we do for the storytells.
Yeah, like we're always learning from every situation, and changing is fine as long as we all agree upon it, right? And collaborate, work together, bounce ideas off of each other. I feel like that's the best way to keep refining something better and better. It's never going to be perfect. Let's be honest. Like never ever going to be perfect. But we can try to make it better.
Yeah, I think another thing I learned, throughout OmniPay Club and also Storytell is that don't afraid to change.
Yeah, don't afraid to change.
Yeah.
I mean, I already am a little like Daredevil, but I've been doing a lot of things that is completely out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, and like being out of the comfort zone is fine as long as you're not uncomfortable. But if you're challenging yourself, it's good.
Yes.
And also like it's okay to speak up, right? Because if you don't speak up, no one's gonna hear it. How are we gonna learn from it, right? So I do appreciate Niko when you suggest things to Rae on how we do things better, because that's how a working relationship should be. It's not like, oh, you just delegate, that's it.
Yes.
We all work closely at this, and we all see things in different ways. Like sometimes I feel like I'm working so closely with something that I'm blinded by it, until someone points it out, like Niko or Rae. Yeah, one person can't do it all.
Rae and Penny, you also gave us a lot of like the positive advice. So when just speaking to like willing to speak up, like you guys were not like criticize every kind of things. You're just like, oh, we might do this, will be better, and this kind of promoting. I think it's really help us.
That's good to hear.
That's good to hear. I didn't know I have that side too.
Of course, Rae.
Yeah, you like them like promote some like ideas or just like we can try this or we can try that, and like and and looking for the result. And you don't say, oh, we are wasting our time. You never say that we are wasting our time to do all kind of ever trying, because it's just start up, so we will never know which one will be failed or
You bring up a good point. It's like a testing environment.
Yes.
Like startups is like trial and error, you know? Like you guys said, we don't just give up. We learn from the mistake and we, do better. That's really all it is. And everything we learn here is also things that we can put to use in our everyday lives or other jobs that we do, right? I find myself like doing something for OPC. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can totally use that here, like in terms of like processes, not products, you guys. There's no conflict of interest here for sure. But just like skill sets that you have, Yeah. So I hope that everything you're learning here or contributing, providing us is also benefiting your life some other ways.
Yeah, now I'm an early bird person.
Yeah.
So at least. I think I learned and improved my life a lot.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Is there anything else you would like to share?
I think it's like, I think I want to share is kind of like open your mind and looking for accept a chance, because another reason I joined the Omni Pet Club is like Ray asked me, oh, do you want to join us? It's kind of like if it's in the before maybe 5 or 10 years ago, I might consider a lot of time, waste my time to considering and feel fear to join the startup, because I don't have the confidence like I can do it. And I don't know what it might bring us or change my life. Hi, Bagel.
Bagel's like, I relate to you.
Yeah, it's like I think take the chance for everyone on to know what is like try. I didn't just try it. Yeah, I think it's like be brave. Is that to be brave?
Yeah, no, I agree. We always say, put on your Nikes and just do it,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
I think kind of the Asian personality where we think too much before we do it. Yeah.
It's true. You bring that up. A lot of Asian, the culture in general is very skeptical about things. And so I'm not, like you said, not being open-minded, and you'll never know what the end result is and the reward you might get from it.
Yeah. I think I'm more skeptical than you are.
Yeah, I'm the least skeptical person with my American upbringing. Yes. Just yellow.
And you are the
yellow.
Yellow. Well, thank you so much, Niko. We really appreciate you joining us, and this will not be the last time you'll join us, hopefully.
Yes.
Hopefully we didn't scare you away with this.
We're another startup.
Yeah, we have another thing coming up that Niko's helping us on, so stay tuned for more, and she'll probably give more feedback on that.
Yes.
And so, yeah, don't forget to check out our social media, leave a comment, rate our podcast on the different channels. We appreciate all the support.
Yeah, until next time.
Yep.
And don't forget to give us a rating.
Yes. Thanks, Niko.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, bye.